We're using the exact same training techniques in camp my brother Steve used for his last 8 world title fights, and it worked for him. I actually also used the same camp with Kevin McBride when he fought Tyson. It worked for Kevin. So, but you know, everybody's different. So, it may work for some, may not work for some. So, but it's a risk. It's a risk hopefully worth taking, and you know, I believe it will pay off in the night.
My dad told me when I was about 7, he says, I told him one day, I says, I'm going to be world champ one day. And he always says to me, 7 or 8 years of age, I start boxing, I'm going to be a world champ one day. I've always had an interest in boxing, even when I was younger than that, 5, 6, living with my grandfather's. He was boxing fanatic, and he's always talking about me dad winning trophies, and we used to see them all, loads of them. So he always said, I'm going to be a boxer. But little did I know like that I was going to be a boxer. I just says that, you know. Then watching all the boxing films and just listening to the stories in my grandfather's house. And then just about 7 or 8 one day, my uncle had a boxing club in town, and I asked my mum to bring me to the club. She brought me to the club, and I got in the ring and sparred a guy who was in it about 2 years ahead of me. And I got in the ring and I had a great spar, and he says, bring him back. And I got the love for it straight away. I was always class. I was even class with name being Rocky when I was only 5 years of age. So it looks like I was going that way anyway. So yeah, people always thought I was a boxer, so we just blended in perfect, you know. But I got the love of it, and that was it then. Once I got the love of it, then just took over my life. Boxing since then, that's all I wanted to ever do. Could have been a lot more successful with the Olympics now. I think I've never, I wasn't mature enough. You know, I matured late in life. I'm only matured now, like in every way. I was always, somebody was beside me. They weren't like, they were good fighters, but I had more talent, and it showed it's not about talent, which I thought was all about talent. And I worked hard, but then I'd slip off. I'd get bored. I want to be like everyone else, my friends and all, you know. So that's what happened there. But when I took that break and when Lennox was born, I just got that hunger for it. I knew what I had to do. I couldn't need that, you know. I actually signed at 23 to go pro with Frank Warren, and I always booked the fight, and every time I sparred, my eyes are getting bad, getting sore. He said my eyes are bad, and then he says I couldn't be in the box, you know. I couldn't pass tests, so I got an operation, and then I went back to 25. I thought boxing was over. Then I got in the ring one day. I was always training, but I was not fighting. I thought it was over. So my girlfriend Jodie, she was pregnant with my son Lennox, and I said, what am I going to do? I started thinking what I'm going to do in the future, and I started questioning myself. So I went back one day, and there's nothing wrong. So basically, I just needed more time to heal. But I thought it was over. Yeah, it was a great experience. Had 4 fights over there. A lot of fights got put back, but it's what I learned in the gyms. It was hard going too, because I went over with Jodie and I went with Lennox, and it's very hard on them. I was out all day from 10 in the morning till 10 at night. I loved it, but it was very hard on Jodie. But she stuck with it. She came over with me, fair play, you know. And but it was hard going, but I learned a lot. Met great people over there. I learned, and that's when I came back here. Then I said, what am I going to do about the style of boxing? And then Pascal, identical to the American coaches. And I was right, this is where I'm going to be. So I was happy there that I went straight back to Pascal, you know.
Easy, let it go. Had a right hand to it, easy, let it go. Jab, now let it go. Like a right hand, jab, let it go. Drop the body, there you go. Okay, push into me. That's it. Don't aim there, aim into his neck. And I don't mean hit him on the neck, but in case he pulls back, you'll still catch him with the chin. Turn. That's it, there you go. Whip that in. That's nice and loose, like a whip. Ha! Whip it in. Whip. Ha! It's a shot, Steve. Ha! And that body arm is about 4 inches thick of padding, and I can feel some of them body shots, which I'm happy with. He's at this moment now, I can feel the difference with Steve. He's kind of really settling down his punches. He's focused. He's got a game plan, and the game plan's coming together. It's not 100% there yet, but I'm actually confident that by fight time we'll have a game plan that is going to work on the night. The one thing I learned from my boxing education with the likes of Goody Petronelli and Freddie Roach You've got to have a plan, you've got to have a game plan. Sometimes the game plan doesn't work. If the game plan doesn't work, you can always go back to instincts, but 9 out of 10 times it should work. And if it doesn't work, well, the trainer's got to carry the can for implementing it. But with this fight, we've got a game plan with Steve Ormond. It's been tough because it's taken Steve right out of his comfort zone. Steve loves to stand there and have a tear up, and that's what he's good at. But you know, he also can box too, so we brought him back to basics where he's going to box down the outside, and mainly he's going to be like a moving target that Matthews is not going to be able to hit. I mean, Derry Matthews to me is not technically the best boxer in the world, but what he is, he's determined, he's always in shape, and he punches hard. So, you know, we want Steve to stay away from them shots. We want to make mistakes. You know, Steve is the champion, so we don't got to go look for Matthews. Steve's the champ, he's got to come looking for Steve. And you know, as I say, the game plan is to, you know, make Matthews make mistakes. When he makes mistakes, Steve will nail him. Even rolling shots, I want you to put your hands up all the time. If he can't hit you, he can't hurt you. And when he's trying to hit you, he leaves himself wide open. And when he leaves himself wide open, you've got to make him pay for it. You can't let him away with it. And believe me, Steve, he will leave himself wide open. The other thing is, have no respect for his power. No, don't have any respect for his power, because if you do, a lot of fighters get themselves knocked out by worrying about something like that. Have no respect for his power whatsoever. You fight your fight, don't worry about him.
I think the best thing about Pascal is on his gym is it's laid back. You do your work. You're not under pressure. You have to, you know you have to do, and then you go relax over there. Like if I'm not, next week I'm not fighting, I'll go back over to the gym for the atmosphere, because it's a good family team connection. Like, you know, all look after each other. It's a good old setup. Like, as you know yourself, being over there. It's, yeah, it's a great gym. It's just from coming on the Irish team and then being in America and then being a Pascal, it's different kind of, you're more relaxed. You know you've got to do. So it's more relaxing and just unwind a bit and do your hair training and then go back to having a bit of laugh in the gym, a bit of banter.
Yeah, we've been in the same gym for a few years now, probably about 4 years I suppose at this stage. It's great to be around, you know, he's always positive, even when he doesn't have fights, you know, he keeps training. Like a lot of guys, they don't train and they'll be a bit down when they don't have fights, but he's never like that. He's just constantly training in the gym, he's always busy, you know, and always positive, you know. It's great to be around, just a very positive guy.
Stephen's brilliant, you know. What I like about Stephen most is learning from him. You know, I watch Stephen every day when he's sparring. I try to copy everything he does. You know what I mean? Like, the guy's such a talent. You know, he's so quick, he's so strong. He's very skillful. He's got it all. So I'm very lucky to have him as a stablemate, just because I try to simulate everything he does. And you know, he's just great to have around.
Sure, Stephen. Double the job, Steve. How you feeling? No over. Having a great time. Now relax. Automatics. Touch. Come on. Walk, Steve. You don't think too much. Just walk. Cross the arms. Walk out. How you feel? Hey. Okay, sure you feel. Now he's getting tired. See the way he walked up there and pushed his hand on your shoulder? He's afraid of you. Keep walking, Steve. Move down the hands. Spin off the ropes. Ah, no way. Ah, ref, low blow. Sit down. You broke his heart now. You broke his heart. How do you feel now? Before you feel right, don't be foolish. Don't be brave. Just walk your ass off. Try to win this last one, okay? Steve, you got 2 minutes left. Come on.
After 10 rounds of boxing, we go to the scorecard. We have a unanimous decision.
No way.
Lachlan, 96-94. Kenneth Windle, 95-96. Phil Edwards, 96-94. The winner in the blue corner.
You know what? He done us no fucking favours. Come on. Bollocks. He wanted a draw. Stephen, you won the fight. It was a busier fight. Listen. Say 2 rounds. Say 2 rounds because of a body shot. Say 2 rounds. And we give them 2 rounds. What other fucking rounds did he win?
Deep when he got one there.
No, what other? Yeah, but you've proven. You've proven you can take it. But what other rounds did he win? Actually, what other rounds did he win? Apart from the rounds where they actually took the points from you. For what? I do not fucking know. Because you turned him off the ropes. He was pushing through the ropes, and you turned him. You won the fight. You won the fucking fight, and you proved you should be there.
TV commentary had it 7 rounds. 7 rounds of trade.
Now I know what you call it, the rock says.
Stephen, you were fucking robbed. You were robbed.
Maybe it wasn't time for me to get the decision that then. You know, it would have been as hungry as I am now. I don't mind about the go has to go and all this. Even though in my eyes it didn't go, I still it should be unbeaten. But I'm kind of glad in a way because I don't have to worry about that now. Three weeks left. 2 more hard weeks training. I'm tapered down. Everything's going good. Sparring's going good. So it's going good. We're going forward to fight night. Just working on different things now at the moment. Different tactics. A lot of moving for this fight, you know. Instead of staying there and trying to trade all the time. So it's all about being clever for this fight because, as the people say, as he said himself, you might have a little bit of a whack, but has to hit me first, you know. So, Pascal and trying different things for this fight, which I believe that it's going to work in the night.
If you think of the last year, he's won a WBO World Lightweight title, he's won the WBO European title and defended it. It's given him a lot of confidence. Now he's starting to believe in himself. But we've brought in a sports hypnotherapist, psychologist, Alan Healy, and that's basically just kind of, you know, he's just installed that belief into himself that when he actually says now he's going to win, he actually believes it. And I can see that in his eyes, I can see it in his face, I can see how happy he is. He feels good, he feels comfortable, and it's the first time I've seen Steve Ormond's mood like this in a long time. Probably the first time ever.
I want you to go back in time for me. And I want you to remember the best ever performance you've ever put in. The best performance you have ever put in. I want you to travel back in time. And I want you to remember the best performance you've ever put in. Now imagine what it was like in the ring. Go back and remember what it was like in the ring. There you go, you're getting it already. You can start to feel it in the face as the muscles start to change, as you start to remember what it was like. The great thing about Stephen is he's so dedicated and so focused. Where I tend to be brought in to work with any sports, and especially the boxing, is looking at things like confidence, to make sure that there's no doubts in the mind by the time they go in, that they're not only going to do well, but they're going to be able to perform the skills and perform it to the best of their ability. And when the bell rings, you're going forward now and you're stepping forward. And as you step forward now, you start to feel control. You have control at this point. This is your ring, this is your round, this is your fight. Finally it's over, you can see the punches that you threw. And now you stand back and still the champion. A stepping stone to the next level. A stepping stone to the next level. I want you to understand how that feels. I want you to notice how you feel about that right now.
backing off, Steve. Keep backing off. Keep backing off, Steve. And do. Back off, Steve. Back off, Steve. Back off, Steve. Exactly what we don't want to do. Back off now, Steve.
Paddy's been great. He's helped me a lot. We fought over time, you know. We know each other years. We actually boxed each other. So growing up, we knew each other. And yeah, great spars, and he helped me a lot. And just for this fight, it'd be, when me and him spar, we'd usually go in and have a war. No pride. But it took me a few weeks to try and use my head and don't let pride get you, and try them different tactics, you know. Moving around and hands up and all. Just trying different things. It took me a while, but I broke through it.
It's okay. Top, step around. Keep stepping aside. Keep stepping around. Okay, great. Back in the back foot, Steve. The exercise is the boxing. That's a roll. Just have it close. Then one shot over. And do it now. There you go. That's it. I mean, you just can't pay for sparring like that. Pat's just come off a very narrow World Championship loss, so you know, I believe Patrick Hoyle's a better fighter than Derry Matthews, and he's really brought Steve along. He's been a great asset. He's been pressuring Steve. He's put everything into this fight for Steve. He wants Steve to win.
He has the power, but I think he's more ability as his speed when he engages. He throws about 6, 7, 8 punches and gets away, like, and that's the main thing for Stephen's game. I think when he gets in there, bang, 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 and gone. Like against Matthews, just want to have a brawl with him, and Stephen has the speed and the quickness to get in and get out before I think he gets clipped at all or even hit by Matthews.
Right, back in and lift. Right, push up. Come on, drive her up. Don't rest it. Touch and up. Good. 2. Push. 3. Come on. Push up. We're after concentrating a lot on strength, as he's fighting a really strong fighter and big puncher, but he's changed his own style of boxing to suit this fella, and we've really concentrated on strength work. Whereas his last few fights, it's just all about being conditioned for speed and everything else. But we're after slowing everything down now, and it's just all power work, and he's after getting very, very strong. Pascal's the man. He decides what has to be done, and then we discuss it to see will it suit Stephen. And it's worked out great for him. He's looking brilliant. A couple of weeks out, looks super, really, really strong, and he's well up for this fight. Right, let's go down. Touch up. That's it. Come on. That's it. Push through it. Good. Get stronger as it goes on. Push up. Good. Touch down. It's not hard to train him at all. Like, it's just you have to try and hold him back. You know, like when you're training strength training, you need that extra break to let your body recover. He just wants to be jumping back in all the time. So if they pull him back all the time, you know, he just wants to be let off the leash. Whereas you can only peak at a certain stage. So whether it's when he's strength training, whether he's sparring, he just wants to go all the time. He just has to be pulled back and, you know, kept under the reins and then let go. You know. In my opinion, he's the best boxer in Ireland, and he's going to prove that he's the best in Europe, as he's European champion. But he'll beat Derry Matthews, and he'll prove he's going to his home patch, and he's going to go over there and he's going to beat him.
It's a brilliant fight for Stephen to take against Derry Matthews. Matthews has gained real traction in the UK in the last year. Had a few high-profile knockouts on Sky Television. If Ormond, as a lightweight, wants to be in that mix in the UK, Matthews is the perfect guy to go to. It won't be an easy fight for him, but we've seen Matthews kind of knocked out at a lower weight by Martin Lindsay and another Irish guy, and that gained Lindsay some decent traction in his career. So yeah, I think Matthews is a perfect opponent for Stephen. He's shown he can be outboxed, and you know, slightly, and Stephen's great at that kind of full tempo fight for the whole way. And the thing is, we've seen with Matthews, some of his opponents tire and Matthews' power takes over. But I don't think Stephen's going to tire, so it's a very good fight for Stephen to take at this time. And if he beats Matthews, he can make a major statement, and who knows what's next from after that.
The fact that he has such a big fight that will be televised, and against a name, I suppose, that's well known, relatively well known in the UK and as well as Ireland, gives him an opportunity to really maybe move on in his career that he hasn't had so far. So it allows him to reach a step again. The phrase "make or breaks" used quite a lot in boxing, but this really is a welcome opportunity in the sense that he needs to kind of grasp it if he wants to move on to bigger and better things.
Ready to go, do you understand? It's the perfect rounds. You're letting the shots go, no big power shots, but you're letting them go. You're giving angles, you're aware when shots are coming towards you, so you're catching them or you're rolling them. Always be aware of what comes back to you, because like I say, he's lost another 20% of his fight only for his bit of power. So just be aware of them shots. If your hands up nice and high, you have too much for this guy. How about Pajo?
He has proved his willingness to take fights at short notice. He has proved his willingness to fight whoever is put in front of him. And hopefully he'll reinforce all those points on Saturday night.
I'm just going to go out with a smiley face, really. Basically, just whatever it is, so doing everything you're going to do. So why put pressure on yourself, any more pressure than what it is? You know you've got to do. So I'm going to go out and do it. I'm going to enjoy it. And I'm going to be happy because Christmas is after, so we can get fat.
It's just an ordinary Joe Soap, you know. He'll talk to anybody, you know. He'll never turn his nose up to anybody. He just loves boxing, he loves training, and you know, that's his life basically, you know.
I'd say he's a hard-working Irish lightweight, one to watch, and you know, he's a humble guy, and he puts it in. He's definitely worth following.
He has been, I suppose, not so much a pressure fighter, but always enthusiastic coming forward, always busy. He's an entertaining fighter to watch.
If you take Ireland and the UK combined, you'd have to put Stephen in the top 2 or 3.
I think Stephen will stop him late on, maybe 7 or 8, 9 round. I think Stephen's too strong for him.
I think Stephen could knock him out late on, and if not, I think he's going to win in points.
Steve Ormond's going to do his best on the night, and I believe he's good enough. He has the tools to beat this guy. I believe that. He believes that.
What do you want out of boxing?
Respect in the boxing world. To be known as a great fighter, you know. And obviously, I used to think it was the belts, but obviously the world, a legit world, be a class of a legit world champion. That's obviously definitely number 1. But it's respect, and just to say he was a good fighter, and people see me, know what I do, putting the work in the gym to show them in the ring. That's what it's all about. And then my kid to say, or someone say to my kid in years to come, your father's a great boxer and all. Something like just pride and respect, and he like it too, you know.